The bells.
The bells, they ring.
I hear the bells.
Is that a thing? So
I can hear the bells.
oh my god.
They're ringing.
Right. Hi.
Hello.
So we're about to play Mr.
I like Hairspray a lot. If you can't tell.
Movie I haven't seen.
That's about the hair product. That's what
I also don't use a lot of hairspray,
no.
so it's a product that I haven't seen a lot of. I stick to Moose. What are we talking about?
Ooh.
So
Moose sucks.
we're about to play Mr. Jack.
Bad for your follicles.
Pocket version.
Pocket version.
Yeah, it's brought to us by. So I don't know if Hurricane is maybe it's just Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yeah.
I think it's Hurricane. They're the publisher of the original board game. Yeah.
Okay.
They're a European publisher. They did a couple of like bigger board games like Rise of Augustus, like tabletop game. So they're a board game publisher.
Okay, it's just
I believe they got absorbed by the
merger.
The Asmodee like great vortex of 2016.
Yeah, so no touchable credits, but at the same time,
I'm done.
That's the whole credits though. There's nothing else there, so you kind of don't need to be able to.
Still, let me scroll.
All right.
Show like a picture. Show me like a picture that I can scroll to.
It says this page intentionally left blank.
God.
So,
all right, this game is already starting at a deficit.
I'm kind of curious what this news button is down here at the bottom.
Click it.
All right.
Tap,
Let's see. I'm worried. Oh, good.
Latest news.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Asmodee digital account.
I was hoping it was actually going to be like real news from like the 1800s.
I didn't realize this. This is actually a note from Sherlock Holmes. Huh.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Sherlock.
Yeah, and
thanks, man.
That's pretty cool. Huh. Very interesting. And Sherlock seems to know a lot about email, I guess.
Dude, Sherlock, when did you learn Unity development? That's
modern,
sweet.
That's
awesome.
So let's kind of get into it. So this
real
app,
good on you, man.
This app is, and the game in general is meant to be kind of like a 2-player game. Mm-hmm. We're just gonna play the solo version because it's a little bit weird to mess around with the. He
doesn't like playing games with me. That's really the
yeah. I mean, I'm just afraid that when I win,
I really don't want to go back to jail, so it's fine.
Exactly. So it's cool. I kind of want to describe it briefly.
Okay.
Basically, it's a pass and play where each person is playing on one person will be playing on the bottom of the screen, like where there's all these icons. Another person will be playing on the top, and when you pass the iPad back and forth, when you tilt it, it will show you different information depending on who's holding it. So
fancy technology,
right? Because the person playing the investigators, I know none of this will make sense if you don't know anything about the game, but there's people playing the investigators and the people playing Mr. Jack. Mr. Jack needs to know who the true, who the true suspect is.
Who we talking about here? Mr. Jack.
I think it's like
from that Jack the Ripper. We talking about
I thought it was from
Jack in the Box.
I was thinking it's from that movie Jack.
It's Jack
it's Jack.
It's Jack.
Jack.
Jacked up.
I don't know. I actually don't know that much about history.
Jack Daniels.
Oh, that makes so much sense. And they're thirsty. I get it.
Jack
I get it.
Pocket. Yeah, fit me. You've got a drink in your pocket.
This is a family-friendly YouTube channel. No, not really. So I think I'm gonna play on a medium difficulty. Should I play as the investigators or as Mr. Jack? Investigators first.
Okay.
So the games are really quick, and then we can. Maybe if we have time, we can play through.
2 for 1, maybe.
So what we see here, and it might even give me a little hints here. Okay, cool. So there's a lot that just happened there. Basically, what's happening is that I'm playing the investigators. Mm-hmm. There's these 9 suspects in these tiles. You see these the circular icons with the people on them.
Yeah.
I want to find which one of those is Mr. Jack. Surrounding those tiles.
Well, I think you can rule out her.
I don't know because
she didn't look anything like the cover.
It's true. It looks very nothing. I mean, for what it's worth, there's that guy on the top left kind of looks a little suspicious. But you see that surrounding the tiles, there's 3 little circles that I would just assume that it's Sherlock Holmes, his friend Watson.
Percival.
Percy? Is that his name? Percy? And their dog, and I don't know what their dog's name is. I have no idea.
Sherlock Jr.
Sherlock Jr., yeah. Legally adopted as a child, not as a dog. So anyway.
It's very weird. Yeah, he had some very strange social
That is very true.
That's Sherlock.
A little bit strange. So the way that this works is that there are these 4, and these actions are kind of like shared between both of the players. So the actions are kind of randomized each turn. They're like little coins that can be flipped. So one round you'll see 4, and on the other round you'll see a different 4.
Okay.
And they usually aren't like I don't know. They usually aren't the same thing. But anyway, I'm gonna take one of these actions, and then the other player will take 2 actions back to back, and then I'll get to take the last action. A lot of these actions just I guess the whole goal of the game and really like the mechanics of it is that I have these investigators surrounding. They can look down these streets, and any person that they can see that has like, you know, they have clear line of sight to, they can determine whether or not Mr. Jack can be seen. So
But they don't know who it is. They just know that.
They just know it's
visible.
either
Okay.
they are either visible or they are not visible. And so when they're visible, you can rule out anyone who you couldn't see.
Right.
If they're not visible, you can rule out anyone you can see.
This
So
it works just like modern police detective.
it's exactly like
yeah.
modern police detective.
You look down the street, and you're like, yep, he's it. All right, got
So
him.
so our options here, just to show what you can kind of do, you can rotate a tile.
So rotate a street tile.
Yeah,
Okay.
rotate a street tile. You can swap 2 tiles. This one gives me the investigator. It's an auto. It tells me one person who is not the suspect.
So if you want to try to narrow it down,
Yeah.
then, okay.
And then this which I think is Watson. This lets you move the investigator, and they can only move clockwise around the board, and they have to move at least 1 space, but they can move up to 2.
Okay.
So 1 or 2 spaces, but at least 1. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do, since I know my little dog friend and also Sherlock himself will not be moved, I'm going to spin this tile.
How many tiles can you rotate?
You can only rotate 1, but you can rotate as much as you want.
Okay.
But actually, oof, that's maybe not a good move on my part. But oh well, we'll see. We'll see. Because I have a feeling I know what's going to happen here. So now it's my opponent's turn. He's obvious. Oh wow. Okay, that was an interesting move. So
in the move action, do you only move one character, or can you move multiple?
you can only move the character whose token it is. So there are other tokens that let you move
Got
the
it.
other characters. And so they left me with the one that lets me single out a single person. So cool. I know it's not that guy. Great. So now we check visibility. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I didn't notice that at first. Yeah, so I can only see one person with that. I thought I had a better line of sight, but I just kind of looked
Could
at
you
it
have
wrong.
seen 2?
I couldn't, because this one was the one up in the.
But these.
So
up there.
I could see 2, but and that was just bad luck of the draw.
Uh-huh.
I drew the card and it showed
Okay.
one of the guys I could
But
actually
technically,
see.
you could have seen 2. But,
So it could have been a better move, but it just
Sure.
kind of worked out poorly for me. So now that was the end of the first round, and since Mr. Jack was not seen, the person playing Mr. Jack gets a little hourglass. If they ever get 6 hourglasses,
He
they
wins.
win.
Okay.
And then also if if I don't realize who Mr. Jack is by the end of the 8th round, they also win. So if I can narrow it down before all that happens, then I get to win as the investigators.
Okay.
They've already taken their first turn, which was to move. It was like a wild. They could move any character once, any of the investigators once. And now I get to take 2
Did
back
he even
to back.
move anybody?
Yeah, he moved 1. He must have moved.
They look all like they're all in the same space.
They sure do, actually. Huh. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Or maybe he didn't move him. I don't know. He should have.
That's weird. Yeah.
Maybe with the wild you don't have to move him. I'm not sure. There's something. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Cool. Hi.
We should go see.
I know. Let's go see what that
Dirty
photo is.
photo.
I'm kind of worried, actually.
Mm.
Okay, so anyway, oh my gosh. Oh, that's so nice of him.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we had a fun time at Bookworm RPG convention in our hometown.
That's true.
I might as well just bring this up in the random part
Right?
of the video. It was really fun. So anyway, I'm gonna move some stuff around. Gosh, I can move 2 of those there. I can move a dog. Okay, yeah, I'll do this. So I'm gonna move the dog,
Okay.
and I can move him up to 2.
Yeah.
That'll give me a shot of 3 people, and then I'm gonna turn a tile. Because if he gets a turn a tile, then he'll probably block off my view, which I don't want to happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna turn this. Not that
Well,
one.
if you turn
What am
that
I
top
doing?
one, then Sherlock will get to
Oh
see.
gosh, that was stupid. Okay, good. Yeah,
Right?
actually, but so he's gonna move Sherlock. So
Oh.
He has to move Sherlock.
Got
So, but that's okay. That's still not a bad idea. And it's something to do. At least it kind of like takes that movement away from them. So we're going to check visibility. The dog can... I just think it's so silly.
No.
So I did not see Mr. Jack, but I narrowed it
down.
down
Yeah,
by
you only
three.
made 3 people.
Yeah, which is pretty... It's a pretty good move.
Interesting.
But Mr. Jack got another hourglass. So, okay, there's a lot of movement going on this round, and one tile can be swapped. So let me see. I'm kind of curious. I want to see what this wild says. Select one of the detectives should move. Can I just not move one? I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that, though. This is frustrating because I know that I'm...
I would maybe move Watson up, because that way the dog is still in close position, and then you can always adjust.
And then the thing is, too, that the dog and Sherlock are going to have to move this round. They have to move. And he's going to get to move one of them, probably the dog, into a spot where I can't see anything. So now Sherlock's, I can't move him into a position where he can see anybody. I'll get him further over here.
Start setting him up, yeah.
Yeah, but that's, it's a wasted turn for me. I get nothing. So
right.
And he gets another hourglass, also 1 turn closer to the end of the game. So so the icons flip. We have our other actions for the end of this second part of the whatever 3rd and 4th round.
Okay.
So 2 back to back. So I can narrow down one.
Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan. You know what?
Calm down.
I should do this right now so that we don't. It's like I appreciate the correspondence and it's awesome to have someone who was excited about games. So
save it for later.
I know, just save it for later. Okay, so
maybe you rotate that top right one.
I think I'm gonna do that,
and that way Sherlock can see. And since he's not moving this turn,
that makes me kind of suspicious though, because I could also, if he rotated that one, he could have made it really easily so I couldn't see that one. It would have been really, really easy to block that one off from view totally.
Okay.
So it's almost like he's enticing me to rotate to be able to see it because he knows that Mr. Jack's not there. But it's still going to help me narrow it down.
So the hourglass is just a freebie, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to rotate like this.
Okay.
I'm going to confirm. And then I'm going to take the freebie because... So the other thing, too, is if Mr. Jack takes this freebie one, what it does is it gives him potentially extra hourglasses.
Right. I mean, Watson's going to be in a terrible spot regardless, so you may as well make him move.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's great. Cool. So I knocked out one of the characters who I've already had.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's already... Okay.
Which,
that's too bad.
That can happen once, when you're near the end of the game. So... Okay, so Mr. Jack is one of those two. Interesting.
There you go.
He could have turned that in a different way.
Right?
Oh, you know what? That makes me very suspicious because if he turned it so that I would be able to see the guy in the middle right.
So he wanted to throw suspicion because the police officer...
I think that the police officer is probably...
Because otherwise you would have clearly seen the police officer and known that would have been the only one.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do... So
We've got you, man.
And I think this is going to... So if it's the police officer, I think this is going to do it. I'm going to turn the police officer's tile because once it's turned, it can't be touched again for the turn. And Sherlock can't move this turn.
Yeah.
So... We'll see that. I mean,
oh baby,
I'm kind of curious what goes on here. Let's see. So, gonna turn a random tile. I think he knows he lost. Haha. Take that, Mr. Jack. Go ahead and move the dog up so that I can be closer to my friends. Let's see. Watch this. It's gonna be the police officer. Okay. Oh no. Okay. And it would have narrowed it. It was just luck of the draw. Would have narrowed it down anyway. So, and it was the police officer. That was elementary. My dear Watson. Okay, so we won the game. The games go pretty quick, and
that's pretty fast.
And you can play as either Mr. Jack or as the investigators.
Nice.
And there's also, I think it's weird because you see how long it took me to...
it's a Blitz game.
So Blitz game is that you can play as either the investigators or Mr. Jack, and there's a time limit, and it's to see how many games you can win consecutively in a certain amount of time.
What?
Like, I kind of want to get it started just to see the time limit because I forget how much it is, but it's like... once you know the game pretty well, you can get through the games really fast. You have 2 minutes.
That's
2
great.
minutes. And that's like, I'll
try,
but man, I'm not that good at this game. So, okay, so where am I? I see them. That doesn't help me at all. Okay, what can I do?
Let's go. Hurry.
I know it's that people can move. Okay, he can move 2. Okay, I'm going to move him twice. And then it goes to Jack's turn.
Oh, man.
So I'm timed on my turn, I think. But still, so that
Okay,
means
yeah,
I only
this
get 2
timer's
minutes.
not
So
going.
yeah, so but I wonder, yeah. Oh, blocked me off. What a jerk.
Hurry,
Okay,
go.
so
Time to be up.
I'm gonna move the dog over here so that I can see at least 2. Oh, I could have just moved it to C1. Okay, there we go. So no Mr. Jack, but we narrowed down 2. That's
Right,
good.
Right.
And we still got. We've only used 14 seconds, so that's good.
Whew.
All right, so we'll go pretty quick here.
All right.
That's.
Hey, your turn.
All right, so you know I'm gonna take. I've got to rotate 1. Oh no, because he's got to move. He's gonna move. Shoot. That. I'll move that there.
There you go.
And then I'll move him.
There you go.
So move him down. Gonna move him twice.
That way you get to choose to see both.
Yeah, except that I leave him with that, which gives him, like I said, it gives him potentially more, and they're hidden. Whether or not it gives him more.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay, so no Mr. Jack. So we're down 4. So we're almost halfway through.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Come on.
All right.
Okay,
so 2
my
rotates.
turn. So I could move him.
Sherlock. Well, if you move Sherlock,
he's gonna rotate.
Rotates,
he's gonna rotate to block me. So I'm kind of stuck pretty bad right here. Can't do too much. You know, I'm gonna rotate.
If you rotate it, then he can't rotate that same one. So if you rotate one of those,
true. Yeah. Boo. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rotate like that because that way Sherlock will see him no matter what.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, no matter what he does.
Yep.
But okay.
Oh. That was.
And then he's gonna move Sherlock to be able to only see the 1. Yeah, that's the best play to make, I think.
Oh, this is clever.
I'm gonna move him over there.
Mr. Jack. You're not gonna even complete one game.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we're getting pretty close. I mean, we're halfway through the game, really. So
it's true.
Okay, so it's their turn to go first. Let's see here what happens. Come on, swap some tiles. Interesting. Okay, so I can move 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do this. Ooh, gosh, I could move the dog to be able to see her too, or I could just take a auto.
Yeah, pick.
I'm just gonna take the auto.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Nope, and it doesn't even help me. Bummer.
Boo.
Okay.
I need to move the dog to a crappy spot.
Yeah, of course. So I get to see 1 person, and they probably would have turned it so I couldn't see them. Okay, yeah. Oh, and they probably have like 1 extra hourglass from whatever that card is. I know, I'm gonna lose. I'm so sad. Okay, only the dog can move. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm gonna. Oh, he's gonna take him back to back. Okay, I'm gonna move the dog.
Okay.
Gonna move it to, and I know he's gonna block the site, but
yeah, he is.
But if he blocks the site there, I think Sherlock will still be able to see her. I don't know if he can block them both.
Oh, he didn't take both rotates.
Yeah, it took one.
Took one.
What? That was really weird.
Huh.
Okay, so then I want to rotate like. Oh, I don't know if I do want to rotate.
You'll see everybody,
but he can see.
But that doesn't help you.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. So do I want to be able to see 2 or do I want to just see 1? I'm gonna see the 2, so I'm just gonna rotate. I'm gonna rotate one of these guys. Oh, I should have done this faster. Come on,
hurry!
There. Okay.
Time's almost up.
Yeah, I know. I've got 13 seconds. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So one of those 2.
Okay.
But still not. It's 1 down. Oh no! And he got the extra. Oh no! He had the extra ones from the card. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good.
You have 13 seconds to finish another game.
Gosh, I'm so
go.
sad. No. Once you lose, it's only consecutive wins. So once you lose, your final score is 0.
Oof, that's rough.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at this.
You're a real good Blitz player, man.
Yeah. Well, and so for what it's worth, playing as Mr. Jack, it's the exact same. It's just that your goal is different. You're trying to keep things hidden. So it's a different playstyle, even though you're using the same exact tools available to the investigators.
Sure.
It's just like moving them, misleading them, trying to block off their vision, and also not giving away who the person is with your moves. So it's definitely very interesting, and it'd be really fun to play 2 players. Yeah, I mean the app. I think it looks good.
It's an older app. It's been around for a while, actually.
It looks good, and it runs smoothly, and no problems with crashing or anything like that. I feel like maybe there's some things about it that could be a little more clear.
There's an online play, right?
There is dual. If no, yeah, there is online.
Oh, there is online.
So, and I don't know if that's just like it probably was turn based.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have a hard time being asymmetrical with that one because, well, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, because really it's just you take one,
Yeah.
then they take two, then you take 3.
It's just the whole, because there's a whole phase of having to check visibility, and I feel like both players have to be there for that, maybe.
I know. Well, now I wish I knew.
Nah,
Now
it's
I'm
alright.
just talking nonsense. So
That's what we do.
it's true.
What we do.
But yeah, so that was Mr. Jack Pocket. Pocket
Who's the
Edition.
designer?
It's Bruno Cathala, I think. Right?
Well, let's check
Pretty
it out.
sure. Let's see.
Go back to those sweet yeah, it's Bruno.
Yeah. That was a poll. Whoop. And Ludovic Maublanc, which is a pretty cool name, I'd say. But yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the actual designer. Because I think Bruno just helped with it.
Maybe, I wonder. Because he's like...
Maybe both yeah, I think maybe it's
he's one of the first names on the little thing when you first open up the app.
Those two have collaborated before on other games, so... Pretty sweet.
But yeah, so... pretty cool app, fun game. Pretty quick too, and like
I've never played Mr. Jack. So that was my first experience, seeing it. So I was like, oh, this game. I heard a lot about it.
And that's the thing is this edition, and they say kind of in the app when you're reading about it, is that it is intentionally designed to like get to that intense like last little bit of the game faster. I think in the regular Mr. Jack game, there's more suspects and there's like a bigger board, so it kind of takes
And I think
longer.
it's more than 2 players.
Yes, I think so. And it's just that, it kind of takes a little bit longer. It's not that it's drawn out and boring. It's just that this game kind of like is a super streamlined version that just like gets you right to the part where like Mr. Jack, you always feel like the investigators are about to get you, and the investigators, you always feel like you're almost right there.
They're right there.
I mean, would maybe one more turn, I would have won that game. So
Story
maybe,
of your
maybe.
life, Pat.
I know, we'll see.
Story of your life.
But yeah, so pretty fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and I think that's gonna be it. Yeah?
That's it.
All right,
We're done. I'm gonna go do some crime solving.
Do some crime.
I'm gonna do some crime.
Do some crime.
Solving.
Solving. Question mark.
Maybe.
All right, bye.
Let's see how this weekend goes.